All right, welcome back to the 2024 North Central Florida High School Football Media Day, hosted at the Alachua County Sports and Event Center at Celebration Point in Gainesville. Today's event is broadcast live on FloridaHSFootball.com, including YouTube and Facebook at Florida HS Football and X at FLAHS Football. Next with me, I have the Interlachen Rams. The Interlachen Rams team segment at the 2024 North Central Florida High School Football Media Day is brought to you by Guest Ford Elevator and Lifts, serving Putnam County and surrounding areas for over 20 years with new installation, maintenance, modernizations, upgrades, residential lifts, and more. Call 1-844-LIFT-U or visit guestfordelevator.com for more on what Guest Ford Elevator and Lifts can do for you. I'm Cam Parker. Joining with me now is Erik Gibson, the fourth-year head coach at Interlachen. Let's just go into your team this year. How has the offseason been? You kind of have year 4 is where things kind of start to come together for some guys. That's usually the I guess that point that you want to get to. Just talk about this offseason for you guys and what's been good about it.
The kids are working real hard in the offseason in the weight room, getting better, stronger, faster. So, that's a big part of it. This is year 4 for me, so a lot of these guys have grown through the program with me, been here the whole time. So, obviously we're looking forward to a good year this year.
And talk about this year, with the FHSA kind of changing a lot of, the organization. What do we have to look forward to with the Interlachen Rams and this district play and the schedule coming up?
Yeah, so we're actually in the SSAA.
Okay, gotcha. You switched. I forgot about that.
It's up to like 16 or 17 teams now. So in our division, I think we're going to have a North and a South division. So we look to be competitive. Obviously we had a lot of guys last year, played a lot of younger guys. So this year we got a lot of seniors that are coming back and a lot of younger guys that help us this year that got a lot of playing time last year. So.
And transitioning from the FHSAA to it's the SSAA. God, I forgot they changed the name too. It used to be the SSAC or something like that. Does that change anything for your dynamics with your program as far as preparing for that, or is it you keep the same mentality, same message, and you just move forward?
No, it's the same message, same mentality. We're going to play who's on our schedule. It's going to be pretty much the same teams that we're going to play anyway in the FHSAA. We play locally. Keystone, that's one of our rivals. Crescent City, they're still in FHSAA, so nothing really changes for us much. We're still going to try to be competitive and try to play some good football.
And talk about some of the guys that you brought with you today.
Yeah, I brought our quarterback, Jack Pavlik. He's with us this year. He's a senior. Miles Hoffman, he plays outside linebacker and tight end for us, number 11. Razir Phelps, he's one of our athletes. He plays everywhere. Tailback, receiver, corner, safety, wherever we need him, he's there. Tristan Smith, he's an offensive line guy. He's been with me for 4 years, so he's one of our seniors. And then Anthony Ennis is also an offensive and defensive lineman for us.
Gotcha. So we'll start with your quarterback, Jack Pavlik. Jack, just talk about your journey with Interlachen and now as a senior, some of the things that you want to see this upcoming season.
I just want to see growth, and I want to see the team play as one. When we play as one, we'll be successful. Can't have individuals on the field. We need to play as one.
And talk about this offense. What can we expect from Interlachen? Run heavy, pass heavy. What can you see?
Pass heavy.
Pass heavy?
That's what we like to do.
Yes, sir. And we were talking about some of your receivers. What are some of the connections that you're forming, some of the strong suits that you guys have?
We got a good deep threat receiver, and Razir over here, he's very, very fast. So if we can get him out into space, and he can make something happen.
Gotcha. And with a pass-heavy offense, you have to have a strong offensive line. You have 2 of them with you today. What do you see out of your offensive line group?
I see them being pretty good this year. We're going to be better than we were last year. That's all I know. I think we're going to have success.
And talk about last year a little bit with some of the struggles of 2-8 record. You guys transitioned to the SSAA. How much does last year motivate you going forward this year?
That motivates me a lot. I had a lackluster year last year. I was hurt for half the season, so I do want to improve a lot this year. So.
Gotcha. And we'll keep it moving down the line. Next up, we have Miles Hoffman. Plays both ways, offense and defense. Let's start with the defense. Talk about Interlachen's defense. What can we expect this year?
Well, mainly we are going to be stronger this year for sure because our defensive guys been in the weight room a lot more, and our defensive coordinator, Coach Jordan, he's helped us out a lot too. He's been preparing us, showing us what we need to prepare for this season.
And it says here that you play outside linebacker and defensive end. Are you more comfortable off the line of scrimmage, closer to the line of scrimmage? Where do you see yourself in the defense?
I like closer to the line.
Gotcha. And outside guy, pass rush, run stop, and what is your strong suit?
Probably pass rush, I would say.
Yeah. And talk about the specifics of the Interlachen defense. Who are some of the guys that you were also looking to be leaders on that group?
Definitely Razir. He's a great cornerback for sure. another defensive lineman, Seth Mosley. He's really good. He's really fast. He's everywhere on the field at all times, and hopefully he can play a little bit more defense this year. He'll help us out a lot too.
And same question I just asked your quarterback as far as what happened last year. How does that motivate you as a senior going into this year?
I think it's time for us to show everybody what we can do. Like last year was kind of like an off season, like not off season, like a rebuilding season for us. Like now we know what to do. We're stronger now, and we're smarter now too.
And moving on down the line, we'll talk to Razir next. Mentioned on offense, defense, do it all type of guy. How does that help this team, your ability to play multiple positions on both the offense and the defense?
I really feel like it's very beneficial. So, because anywhere coach can put me, I know I could do it.
And where are you feel more as like a defensive guy, offensive guy? What are some of your strengths?
I'm more of an offensive guy. I feel like if I can, like Miles said, if I can get into the open field, I can do a little something and try and get some extra yards.
And obviously, coach has to have a lot of trust in you to play multiple positions and kind of do it all. What does that say about your coach's trust in you to be able to do all that and give you the keys to kind of the offense to do many different things?
It really means a lot. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like with me being basically like the main player to rely on, it's really like a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
And talk about the defense for a little bit. You play both ways. You just mentioned that you're a great corner. What you see yourself as a man-to-man guy, a zone guy? What can we expect from the Interlachen defensive backs?
I say man-to-man. I feel like I could really keep up with the receiver, especially with my good speed. I could keep up with him and stay attached to him.
And what do you want to see as far as improvement with the Interlachen defense this year? What can we, what can we look forward to with seeing out of this group?
Probably more. Maybe. I don't know.
Gotcha. All good, old man. We'll keep it moving. Going down to the offensive line. Next up, we have Tristan Smith, two seniors with us today. Starting with you. Having a dynamic offense with a guy like that to your right, but also being a senior leader on the offensive line. Just talk about your role. What are your strong suits within this group and your leadership role?
Well, I play center, so I get told that that's like the leader of the offensive line, but I don't feel like it's just me as an individual leading. It's the O-line as a unit working together to protect our quarterback, open holes for the running back.
And what about your offensive line unit? Who are some of the other guys here that we can expect to have big years?
We have three returning seniors, three seniors on our O-line, or now it'll be four, but three that are returning to Interlachen, and one or two young guys that can learn from us.
And then talk about, I guess, having three seniors, getting to teach these young guys for the future Interlachen teams. What is your leadership style on the offensive line?
Just teach them how to do their job.
Gotcha.
I mean, there's not much to it. Just block and protect.
And you like run blocking more or pass blocking more?
I like run blocking just because I feel like it's fun to go out and hit, but pass blocking, I'm fine with that too.
Gotcha. All right, keep it moving. Our final guy on the far left is Anthony Ennis. They mentioned that they want to see you wants to play some defense a little bit too, so we'll talk about the defensive line group. Just talk to us about that. What do we know about the Interlachen defensive line?
Well, our defensive line is great. We have many fast guys on our line. We have, like Jack said, Seth Mosley and Miles as well. He's great on the outside. He can pass rush like no one else. He's great. I like training against him. That's where I usually get my best. But on defensive line, I think my strength can be used and my overall size can be used to that defensive line.
Yeah. Listed at 6'6", 290, one of the taller guys probably in the area. Which position do you play on the offensive line? I know he locked down center.
I play offensive tackle.
That's what I figured. That I just wanted to make sure. So in a pass-heavy offense, Talk about playing tackle. What is that like?
I'm a lot better at pass. That's my favorite. I love pass rush and pass block in general. I just love the technique to it. I love perfecting that. So it's perfect for me.
And your role obviously is pretty important with the pass-heavy offense. How much pride do you take in that role?
Oh, I take a lot of pride. I love owning up to it, being the left tackle of Interlachen Rams. That's just something I love to claim.
And also playing defensive line, does that help you as a tackle, kind of knowing what defensive moves and pass rush moves to expect? Does that help you while trying to protect the outside?
Oh, of course, yes. When I'm going against another D lineman, I can tell if they're, like, whatever type of build they have. If they're skinnier, I can tell they're going to be faster. I know what I have to do. And if they're going to just be big and run straight through me, I know I'm going to have to anchor down and put them in the ground, like usual.
Gotcha, thank you. And so, Coach, back to you, just as we wrap it up. First year in the SSAA, a transition year. Anything else that we should expect out of Interlachen this year and a new year for this program?
Yeah, I mean, this is the third year we've been in the SSAA.
Okay.
We won the championship the first year we were in it. Last year we had a lot of young guys playing, so it was different. But I think for us, it's just trying to improve, continue to improve, get better. Play one as a unit, like our quarterback was saying. A lot of times last year there was, not everybody was playing on the same page or whatever. Injuries hurt us, but that's going to hurt anybody. Yeah. So I look forward to it. This season should be pretty interesting in the SSAA. There's a lot of good competitive teams in it. So I look forward to it.
Yeah. And again, just the veteran group that you have as a whole, and kind of after a 2-8 year, how does that help you bounce back into going into next year?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I mean, like I said, a lot of kids, younger kids, got a lot of playing time last year. Now that we have a lot of seniors that are going to be stepping in and playing, that have the playing time, I think that's just going to help us out along the way.
Awesome, Coach. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for taking the time to join us. We really appreciate it. Best of luck this season.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Thank you.
Lifestyle with Guestford Elevator and Lifts. Discover the best in residential lifts, wheelchair lifts, and dumbwaiters. We install and repair it all. With over 19 years of experience, we provide new installations, modernizations, upgrades, and maintenance. Call Guestford Elevator and Lifts today at 1-844-LIFT-U or email info@guestfordelevator.com for your free consultation. Guestford Elevator and Lifts, elevating excellence and supporting the Interlachen Rams.